Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Sunil Verma. The headlines. Russian President Vladimir Putin to visit India in December for annual summit with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Putin emphasizes need to build effective, mutually beneficial trade ties with India. India and China to resume direct flights between the two countries by end of this month. 103 Maoists, including 23 women, surrender before security forces in Bijapur district of Chhattisgarh. IMD issues red alert for very heavy rainfall in Bihar today. And India's Mirabai Chanu wins silver medal in women's 48 kilogram category at World Weightlifting Championships in Forde, Norway. Russian President Vladimir Putin will visit India in December for an annual summit with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, according to the Kremlin. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov confirmed that the visit is scheduled to take place before the new year. The spokesman added that preparations for the visit are in full swing. This will be the Russian leader's first visit to India since the start of the Ukraine conflict in early 2022. The Russian president has said that he is looking forward to his upcoming visit to India in early December and meeting with his dear friend and Russia's trustworthy partner, Prime Minister Modi. Speaking at the 2025 Valdai Discussion Club meeting in Sochi, President Putin reaffirmed Moscow's long-standing trust in New Delhi and described Prime Minister Modi as a very reasonable, wise leader, strongly oriented towards the interests of his nation. He praised special relations with India, rooted in historical ties dated back to the Soviet era. Noting that current trade turnover between the two countries falls short of its true potential, President Putin emphasized the need to build effective, mutually beneficial trade ties. He said the focus now must be on resolving key issues in order to unlock greater opportunities. This includes addressing logistics challenges, improving financing mechanisms, and finding new solutions for cross-border payments within the BRICS instruments on bilateral basis, using the rupee or a third country's currency, or using the electronic payment method. President Putin acknowledged the existing trade imbalance with India and said he has already instructed the Russian government, including Deputy Prime Minister Denis Monturov, head of the Intergovernmental Commission, to come up with concrete measures to strengthen trade and economic ties. India and China have agreed to resume direct air services connecting designated points in both countries by late October. In a statement, the External Affairs Ministry said that the civil aviation authorities of the two countries have been engaged in technical level discussions on resuming direct air services and on a revised air services agreement. This is being done since early this year as part of the government's approach towards gradual normalization of relations between India and China. Following these discussions, the decision to resume direct air services has been taken in keeping with the winter season schedule, subject to commercial decision of the designated carriers from the two countries and fulfillment of all operational criteria. At least 2 people were killed and several others injured in a mass stabbing and vehicle ramming attack outside Heaton Park Hebrew congregation in Manchester, UK on Yom Kippur. Police shot dead a third man, believed to be the attacker. Authorities declared the incident a terrorist attack. India has condemned the terror attack on the Heaton Park synagogue in Manchester. In a statement, the Ministry of External Affairs expressed solidarity with the people of the United Kingdom in this moment of grief. The ministry also conveyed its sadness that this heinous act was committed on the International Day of Non-Violence. GST Bachat Utsav, announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which commenced on the 22nd of last month, is benefiting all sections of society. The next generation GST reforms represent a significant step towards simplifying India's indirect tax system. The reforms are bringing substantial relief to citizens by reducing the tax rate on various goods and services. Today, we are presenting a report on the GST cuts on stationery items. Here is the report.
Under the next generation GST reforms, the government has announced major relief for stationery items. Students and retailers are benefiting under the latest GST reforms. The GST on pencils has been reduced from 12% to nil. Notebooks and copies including exercise books, craft books and laboratory notebooks are now completely tax-free, down from 12%. Pencils, sharpeners and erasers also become GST free. Additionally, geometry boxes and mathematical instrument sets, which earlier had a 12% GST, will now attract only 5%. These changes are expected to reduce the cost of essential stationery and educational tools, benefiting students, parents and teachers across the country. Retailers and small shopkeepers are also likely to see increased sales. Talking to Akashvani News, Harshvardhan expressed their gratitude towards the government and said that the reduction in GST rate will benefit to the middleman.
इससे बहुत अच्छा फायदा हुआ है कि चीजें अब हमें
There has been a great benefit. We are now able to get things at cheaper rates, which ensures that children do not face any difficulties in studies, and especially the financial burden that used to be on us, middle-class families, has been reduced due to GST 2.0.
GST 2.0 की वजह से
The government emphasizes that this move is a part of a larger initiative to support education, promote learning and make essential materials affordable and accessible to all. Nitika Gupta, Akashvani News, Delhi.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download News on AIR app. In Chhattisgarh, 103 Maoists, including 23 women, surrendered before security forces in Bijapur district yesterday. Out of these, 49 Maoists carried a combined reward of over 1 crore 6 lakh rupees on their heads. They had been associated with various Maoist outfits for several years. Under the state government's rehabilitation policy, each surrendered Maoist was given an incentive amount of 50,000 rupees. With this, a total of 410 Maoists have surrendered in the district so far this year. In addition to this, 421 Maoists have been arrested and 137 killed in separate encounters. In Madhya Pradesh, 11 people have been killed and 3 injured after a tractor trolley they were travelling in fell off a small bridge into a river in Jamli village of Khandwa district. Here is a report.
Following the accident, the district administration along with local villagers carried out rescue and relief operations late into the night. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed grief over the tragedy and announced an ex gratia of 2 lakh rupees each for the family of the deceased and 50,000 each for the injured. Chief Minister Mohan Yadav also announced financial assistance of 4 lakh rupees each for the family of the deceased. Collector Rishabh Gupta said the relief amount will be immediately transferred to the victim's bank account and that there will be no shortage in the supply of food grains for the affected families. With Vipin Kumar Mishra's report from Bhopal, this is Sanyukta Yadav, Akashvani News, Delhi.
Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar will transfer an amount of 10,000 rupees each into the bank accounts of 25 lakh women beneficiaries today under the recently launched Mukhyamantri Mahila Rozgar Yojana. Introduced ahead of the Bihar Assembly elections, the scheme aims to make women economically self-reliant and empower them financially and to check migration to other regions. According to the Rural Development Department, women whose businesses run successfully under the scheme will be provided additional assistance of up to 2 lakh rupees. The state government has fixed 14 dates between October and December this year for the transfer of the 10,000 rupees as an assistance amount every Friday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had launched the scheme virtually on the 26th of last month. Chief Election Commissioner Gyanesh Kumar will hold a meeting in New Delhi today with the newly appointed observers for the Bihar Assembly elections and the by-elections being held in other parts of the country. A briefing meeting of central observers, which includes general, police and expenditure appointed by ECI for Bihar elections, is scheduled to be held at IIIDEM Dwarka in New Delhi. The full Election Commission team led by CEC will visit Bihar tomorrow and the day after to review the election preparedness for assembly elections. The Election Commission has appointed 470 central observers for Bihar assembly polls and by-elections in 8 states. The observers, comprising 320 IAS, 60 IPS and 90 officers from Indian Revenue Service, Indian Railway Accounts Service and Indian Civil Accounts Service, will monitor the electoral process in Bihar and by-elections in constituencies across Jammu and Kashmir, Rajasthan, Jharkhand, Telangana, Punjab, Mizoram and Odisha. India Meteorological Department IMD has issued a red alert for very heavy to extremely heavy rainfall in Bihar today. Normal life has been severely disrupted in several parts of Bihar following continuous rain over the past 24 hours in the state. More from our correspondent.
Heavy rainfall has been recorded in several districts of the state, including Patna, Nawada, Arwal, Jamui, Shekhpura, Darbhanga, Supaul, Samastipur and Saharsa. Waterlogging has occurred at several places due to incessant rains. On Vijayadashmi, Ravan Dahan programs were affected and rain water also entered puja pandals at several places yesterday. The continuous downpour has also brought down the temperature, increasing the feeling of cold. Dharmendra Kumar Rai, Akashvani News, Patna.
And now, news from the world of sports.
Indian weightlifter Mirabai Chanu has clinched silver in the women's 48 category at the World Championship in Forde, Norway. Chanu lifted a total of 199 kg, including 84 kg snatch plus 115 kg clean and jerk to secure second place overall. This marked Chanu's first World Championship since 2022 and her second competition since finishing fourth at the Paris 2024 Olympics. The gold medal went to defending world champion Ri Song-gum from Korea, who lifted a total of 213 kg. At the ongoing World Para-Athletics Championships underway in New Delhi, India added 2 more medals, bringing the tally to 4 gold, 5 silver and 2 bronze. Paralympic champion and India's flag bearer Tharambir Nain won silver in the men's F51 club throw with a best attempt of 29.71 meters. Alexander Radicek of Serbia took gold. In the men's discus throw F57, Atul Kaushik secured bronze with a throw of 45.61 meters. Libya's Mahmoud Rajab won the gold. With this, India now stands 7th in the overall medals tally. In cricket, India will resume its first innings at an overnight score of 121 for 2 against West Indies in the first test of 2-match series at Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad today. KL Rahul on 53 and Shubman Gill on 18 were at the crease when stumps were drawn on day 1 yesterday. Yashasvi Jaiswal made 36. Earlier, electing to bat first, the visitors were all out for 162 in their first innings. For India, Mohammad Siraj took 4 wickets while Jasprit Bumrah took 3. Aishwarya Rai Nigam, Sports Desk.
And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Shagun Chopra.
Thank you, Sunil. The top headline in the Times of India reads, Road to Karachi is through Sir Creek, Rajnath to Pakistan. The Defence Minister has warned Pakistan about its military infrastructure build-up near the sensitive region, adds the paper. Taliban Foreign Minister from Afghanistan to visit India next week, marking the first high-level contact since 2021, writes the Tribune. After 5 years, India-China direct flights to resume this month. Indigo to start with Guangzhou, reports the Indian Express. A study by Eat Lancet Commission reveals that 70% food-related emissions comes from richest 30%. And finally, the Pioneer pays tribute to the Hindustani classical singer Pandit Chanulal Mishra, who died yesterday, with the headline, Voice of Banaras Falls Silent. And with that, it's back to you, Sunil.
Thank you, Shagun. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Russian President Vladimir Putin to visit India in December for annual summit with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Putin emphasizes need to build effective, mutually beneficial trade ties with India. India and China to resume direct flights between the two countries by end of this month. 103 Maoists, including 23 women, surrender before security forces in Bijapur district of Chhattisgarh. IMD issues red alert for very heavy rainfall in Bihar today. And India's Mirabai Chanu wins silver medal in women's 48 kg category at World Weightlifting Championships in Forde, Norway. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.